wow, I guess I've been feeling like shit for the past 5, 6, 7 years, and I didn't even notice. I spent months, years trying to figure out my health issues. Um, I thought maybe I was just getting older. I'm 35, or maybe I'm just burnt out, having two kids. But, it didn't feel normal to me. I had chronic fatigue, brain fog, allergies that just cannot stop no matter what I did. I tried everything the doctor said for allergies. Um, until I found out that, like maybe I wasn't just tired, but actually it was my home that's poisoning me. Finally convinced the family to do a full-on mold inspection, and we had pretty bad results. So this is my story. So from the mold inspection, found out that we had a severe amount of black mold and other variations of mold throughout the house, in the walls and in the air. And we got a mold remediation done. And boy, do I have a disgusting video to show you. You can see here we took off all the wood panels from our bedroom, and you'll see the black mold rising up on a dry sheet behind it, and it was terrible. Probably because it was behind the wooden panels, I wasn't exposed directly, so it was a long-term exposure. And I know that we had a flood maybe 4 or 5 years ago, so it could definitely be years of mold exposure and why my symptoms have gradually gotten worse. It started off basically just having sinus issues, runny nose, congestion, throat pains, but it was very mild, but it got worse every year to the point from last year, I started having hives like every single day. Same thing with like wheezing, kind of like asthma-ish style thing, and it was just unbearable. And I talked to the doctors. They're like, oh, it's just allergies. Just take H1 blockers. But the more and more I took those, the more and more I felt like I was losing my mind, and I knew that it was killing my liver, probably my organs, and I wasn't feeling good. My brain was just like, I can remember anything. My memory's so bad. Maybe not even be a cause because of those um, drugs, but who knows? At least from my research, it does show that many of those H1 blockers can lead to dementia, even. So I don't know what to think, but this is just my suspicion. I've tried multiple remedies like this ATT program where it was some kind of like acupuncture with sound waves to remediate some allergies because I was allergic to literally everything airborne. Dog, cats, dust mites, trees, pollen, flowers, friggin' everything airborne, and it was just unbearable. I cannot survive. Summer and spring was the worst because of humidity. Winter is okay, mostly dealing with dust. So it's a big struggle, but the hardest part is not being able to be there for my family as much. I'm always tired. The brain fog is hard for work. So, yeah, this is difficult. And I'm sure a lot of you have already maybe felt this, or maybe you're suspicious about something similar of why you've gained these harsh allergies. Like, I've gained it when I was late 20s. Like, didn't make sense to me. I was never allergic to anything. I felt great. I was like 155 pounds. I'm 5'4". Now I was 215 pounds last year, and I wasn't eating terrible. It was just my gut felt really in bad shape. At one point, my wife reached out to Crunchy Moms, which is a group on Facebook to discuss, what people try out for different things, and they were talking about trying to do anti-inflammatory diet because it could be just my gut is in such bad condition due to the mold. I have a really bad immune disorder because of that. Apparently, everything comes from the gut, and mold can really ruin that too. From my research, same thing for my respiratory issues that can come from my nose as well because I always has congestion. I'm always somewhat congested no matter what. I cook at home pretty much all the time, so a lot of whole foods in my diet. Once in a while go out for some fast food. Barely snack on candy or chocolate. So I didn't understand why like I see so many people eat way unhealthier and don't have any of these problems. So I researched for years on what's going on. Doctors couldn't help me. They just gave me symptom suppressants, not really caring like how to fix me, which was really frustrating because we hope to rely on them, but for general health, I guess they don't know anything. I don't know. This is just my personal opinion. No one has ever helped me. I tried multiple doctors, multiple allergists, and no one could ever come to me with a proper answer, just give me something to suppress symptoms, and it was very frustrating. This is going to be a series of what I'm doing, what I've tried, what didn't work, and trying people's suggestions as well, and see what results I get, and I'll update you guys. I am currently just doing a anti-inflammatory diet, which I remove pretty much a lot of different things like gluten, soy, dairy, eggs, peanuts, seed oils, um, anything processed. So it's mostly just meat, vegetables, and fruits. I can eat rice and potatoes as long as they're good and clean, organic. And it's been expensive, I'm not gonna lie. I did that for 3 weeks, and a lot has changed. Things are still bumpy, but I don't have to take my H1 blockers as much. I currently take Allegra. Um, I don't get hives anymore as much, maybe once every 4 or 5 days. But what was interesting is I also looked into fasting. I did a 3-day fast on my third week of anti-inflammatory diet, and that just reset my body like crazy. And like it was tough. Oh my god, it was a struggle. On the fourth day, I started slow soups and whatnot. Um, but I felt amazing the next day after eating a little bit. Like no more brain fog. I wasn't tired. I was super awake and felt like, wow, I guess I've been feeling like shit for the past 5, 6, 7 years, and I didn't even notice. And that's how scary this was. Um, Throughout this fasting and anti-inflammatory diet, you know, I've ate very healthy before. I never seemed to lose weight, even with working out. I play pickleball like 3, 5 times a week, like 2 hours each. So like I'm active. That's not the problem. So nothing really made sense why I cannot lose weight, and I just kept gaining weight more and more. Right now, I'm actually down to 185. I lost a lot of weight. I'll show you some pictures, and this is just from strictly the dieting. My regular activity has stayed the same. So I dedicated myself like, okay, I need to go hard on this, be completely dedicated, don't even cheat, not once. Um, and yeah, this is my story. I want to see if anybody else has maybe issues like this or other uh, mold exposure symptoms that you came across. Please let me know. I would love to talk about it. So I'll continue updating you on what I've eaten, some recipes that I love that I can eat. That's delicious, but still very clean and anti-inflammatory. If any of you guys are looking for recipes on food that I've made that are really good for this kind of diet, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to do so. Or if you know any good recipes, please let me know in the comments. I would love to try them out, as well as different products that I've tried and my fasting journeys, and see what works and what doesn't work. I'll keep you guys posted on that. This is just part one. And my goal for this channel and this series is to completely heal myself, share it with people that might have the same issue, and hopefully we can find a cure and not just suppressing my health issues with this. And hopefully other people can benefit from everything that I've experienced, researched, and tried out, because I am going full-fledged on this. I'm spending a lot of money on just trying to heal because I don't feel good, and it's just a struggle every day. If you know anyone that is also struggling from something similar, please share this video with them. I'm hoping to create some kind of small community group to figure out our health and cure ourselves, and finally find something that can help us, because this isn't the life that most of us want either, right? As for me, I want to be as active as possible, be in the life of my children, and not having to say, sorry kid, I'm tired, I can't play, or I'm too unproductive because my brain fog is so severe that work is difficult, getting chores done around the house is difficult. Please leave anything in the comments about what have you experienced and what you have tried and worked for you. If you had mold exposure, if you have all these weird symptoms that never really went away, I love to know about it. I love to research about it myself, and I can maybe give you an update on what I find. Um, Subscribe, follow. This is brand new, so I'll see you in the next one.